Welcome to my messy table. As you can see, I have this Fostex Model 450 mixing desk, and it doesn't work. Or it only partially works. I used it a lot in the last couple of weeks, but I always got annoyed that it doesn't work. So channel 1, 2 and 3, they work as you expect. They work fully. Channel 4, only the signal goes in and just bypasses this fader. It just goes straight full volume onto the mixing bus. Channel 5 is completely dead. Channel 6 and 7 works again, and channel 8 has the same problem as channel 4 has. Then the 4 mixing output channels, they work, and then the aux outputs and something, they only work a bit, and sometimes they don't. And then channel 2, that also just sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. So I wanna at least try to fix it, and I don't know if that's possible, and we'll just open it up and try what we can do. So I got out my trusty iFixit toolkit and already dropped it, and I can see that these are like torque screws, but here are like what is it called? Allen key. It's called Allen key. I'm just talking rubbish sometimes. And then we have some square thing, crossy thingy screws. I don't know how that's all called. Doesn't matter. Let's just go to the underside. And just open up the back panel in the hope that we can do anything. Okay, so that's a lot of circuit boards, but not a lot of things. So I honestly don't know how old that is. Maybe we find some day codes on it. It looks like it has some nasty goo on it, but it does not. It's dry. It's like some glue or something. So we have, I guess, 3 power supplies or something. So we have power coming into the transformer, and then 3 different voltages coming out, I guess, and then making 3 voltages, which pretty sure work, because most of the mixing desk works, just the couple of challenge don't. So what I guess is there are is on here. I guess these are operational amplifiers, and what I would guess that these operational amplifiers are broken. That would explain the faders 4 and 8 not working, because the operational amplifiers are just shorted out, so they just pass the signal fully through or something. And then channel 5 is broken, probably because of a similar reason. But I think to get further in, we need to get these circuit boards out, which I honestly don't really know how to do. How are they even fixed in here? I can't see any like screws or something. I just really hope they're not like soldered in, but I can't believe that. I think our best bet is like taking that panel off. So I just hope that will come off. Oh, I missed 2 screws. I really like the system that the front panel doesn't require you to take off all the knobs. Okay, I take it back. You still need to do it if you want to access the circuit board beneath it, but the front panel is just coming off really easily. But if I want to actually get access to what's underneath here, I first of all need to take off all the panels, I guess. just broke off when I unscrewed it. That's not good. But I really have no idea how to get that thing off and shit. You know, I can now just pull this off. Oh, that's cool. No. That's actually quite pretty with the LEDs, but this is actually quite a hassle to get off. Like, these plastic parts are not really strong anymore. But this thing is also really old, I guess. Damn, if I remember what screws go where, I will be proud of myself. This thing is so extremely over-engineered. It's kinda crazy. Like, who the frick builds things as massive as whatever this is? Even though I have to say, the mixing desk is a little bit dented in the middle, like bent down. Looks like someone sat on it, so there's maybe a good reason why these things are as over-engineered as they are. Maybe people just like to sit on mixing desks. I don't question people's fetishes. So after what felt like an eternity, we are not quite done. Here's still the headphones. Whoa. Okay. So, oh my god. So you can't see that right now, but I'm just unplugging all the cable that connect that stuff to the rest of the mixing console. It's really straightforward, just 4 cables per channel. It's all really beautifully labeled. I have to give them credits for the labeling. The labeling is awesome. Because I don't understand why this should go up here. Why does it go? Oh, it's a power. Wait, what? Oh. So apparently okay, I don't understand it yet, but we did get off that. Oh, it's disgusting goo again. So now we have that thing with the faders on it. So now it's that one, that thing here was connected to a power supply. So I guess there's power coming in here. When we turn it around, makes sense, because it's actually, wow, look at this. This is so awesome. Take a look at this. Literally the plug is labeled 0 volt, plus 12 volt, minus 12 volt, plus 12. There's literally, that's a power plug, we know that. And then shit's all labeled everywhere, and this is so awesome that everything is labeled. Also on the other side, it's labeled. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. So we have, we have the power supply going in here. These are like filters, right? So these are the frequencies and these are the levels. Exactly, so these are probably, if I'm not mistaken, what they did is they just had a capacitor, they just made a bandpass filter with a capacitor and a resistor. The resistor is variable with the pop. That's what I guess. Then what you can is you can hook that over a diode, I guess. Yes, you can hook the signal over a diode to that thing. So it just goes over a diode, it then bus, and then over that yellow plug out to the solo. So that's the solo if you push that button. That makes sense. My question now is, where does the audio signal go? So I guess the audio signal comes in here. Yeah, it comes in here, goes down here, through, I guess, the switch, to the fader, probably out of the fader or somewhere. So like here, through here, up here, then through the filters, right? And probably again back out of that plug somewhere. So we have on here all the same ICs, and these are JRC 5130s, I guess. I'm gonna Google that real quick. So this is actually what I guess. They are just literal op amps. So these are just operational amplifiers, 2 per channel. We need to loosen these nuts. So, as you might be able to spot between the last clip and now, there's probably been a whole week going or something. So, I was been trying to figure out what the hell is wrong, or better to say how that I can best debug this little mixing desk. So, what I then came up with, for that we need to clean up a bit. Because we are missing just one piece left. So that is the power supply board. And what I want to do is I want to hook up an oscilloscope to it and trace the signal until we lose it. And for that we need to have the power supply somewhere accessible, and that will be probably the most useful out of case, but I don't want to really rip that out of the case, so we need to come up with some good idea. So I think I have now rebuilt the whole mixing desk, just without the outputs hooked up, because we don't need them really much right now. So I actually put the power LED here, so you should be able to see it if it powers up. Here goes nothing. Okay, it turns on. Okay, fair. Looks like it's working. Good. Now we need the final piece to my puzzle. So, and here we have it again. You see it again, I promised. The oscilloscope we taking a look at in the last video. And what I now try to do is I take that calibration signal over here, right? And I'm actually missing a cable. Give me a second real quick. So I'm gonna take that calibration signal, I'm gonna put it into one of these coax cables, and I need to find out which one is the right input. That one. And I just hook it up to the input of the mixing desk. In the hope that I can just trace it like that. I'm just gonna go and hook up. There are 2 power amplifiers in there. Let's just hook it up to the first. I should also get away with the grounding cable because we don't want ground to be anywhere. I said I don't want to be ground anywhere, okay? Thank you. Okay, we have something interesting going on here. So after a bit of playing around with and like trying to find out what all of this does, I found out something interesting, and that is, as you can see, it has 2 slots, and if you take off that cap, these are actually 2 individual faders, which are coupled together. But if we take a closer look at the PCB right here, I apologize for the bad shot. It's kind of difficult while it's all assembled, but as you can see here, we have the, or like I take that channel 4 for example, because the input of it, it's just not connected, right? That the input of that is connected to the audio source. That input's not connected. That one is ground. So the input goes through the resistor to ground, and that is the output. So the output goes to the output, but the input of that is not connected. The output, like the ground of it, is not really connected. That's just a floating plane. It's not even grounded, and the output is also not connected. So that leads me to believe that this second fader is literally just a guide that you can't too much break these. Like, I would believe if there's just like that, it would be too wiggly, right? And not stable enough. So they just reinforce the fader with that thing. But that gives us the advantage that these broken faders, which they are still broken as you can see, we can just swap them around and hopefully have working faders again. But as you may have like a while ago, it is really difficult to get that screw off. So I still need to find a way to get out that screw. And if I got that sorted out, we can just swap all of these faders around and hopefully have a working mixing desk again. And as you can see, it's just one piece. Well, that is bad. Because we may be not able to change them around. But then, what I want to try is, what if we take that plate off? And maybe we get access to the faders. But then too, what I want to try now is hook up a signal to it and try if we can manipulate it according to the thing. So which fader does nothing? This one does the thing. So if I hook up the oscilloscope probe, I guess we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna see a lot of garbage, because I definitely did not. Okay, so we can see the signal, and it does not change. Why does it not change? Because I hooked it up with the wrong signal. Did I? No, I did not. So there's just literally something that does the fader not work. If we switch it around to the other one, just to see, oh, the other one does not work either. Why does the other one not work either? Huh, that's odd. So if we now hook up the signal to that pin and the probe to that pin, we still have something leaking, right? You can still see something, right? And if I try to connect these, okay, when I connect these up here, I have the same signal as if I have the same signal, yeah, which technically makes sense. So my question is, why is it not connected down here? And then I should have a really high signal down here and a really low signal up here, which doesn't work either. Hey, what the? I still do not really understand how these faders supposed to work. I still do not understand how they faders work. So I'm actually kind of stuck with that, and I'm really unsatisfied, because I don't understand what has gone wrong with that fader. There should definitely be some explanation on why this is happening, and I don't have it. And so if you know anything more than I do, which I am 100% sure you do, please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely check and read all your comments, and I'm really happy for all the feedback you guys give me, and it's made me really happy and motivated to keep that content alive, to keep producing more of this content, because you guys seem to enjoy it. I haven't finished the project yet, so there will definitely be a follow-up episode where I hopefully fix it. Until then, I hope you have a good time. If you like that video, please leave a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and share it with your friends, because it really helps me out, and I really like doing this and making this content. So until then, have a good one. Bye.